Hey, how y'all doing? I'm Jungle Recondo, and I pretty much got the baddest mustache to ever grace the face of a man. And because of that, I feel I'm more than qualified to go across this here collection and tell you what other badass mustaches happen to be upon these shelves, and then figure out who comes close to possibly being the second baddest mustache to have ever graced a man's face, but it would be the second, 'cause ain't nobody alive even come close to matching the greatness that sits upon my upper lip. Hell yeah. So first off, ain't nobody in the entire G.I. Joe classified even come close to having a badass mustache, which is good, because if you think about it, the other Joes is either wearing masks, I don't know why, but they like to be all secretive about what's going on their face, or they's ladies. And let me tell you right now, we don't want no ladies coming around in the Joes having mustaches that even come close to the greatness on my face. We don't need that in the Joes. Let's move on. This here is Pokemans. And Pokemans is pretty much monsters that's supposed to fit in my pocket. But as of yet, I have no idea how these giant creatures is supposed to fit in my pocket, so I feel like that is just incorrect. Either way, they ain't got no mustaches, so let's move on. This here shelf is Marvel, and you would think that a bunch of superheroes, at least one, would have a mustache, but no. Nowhere on this shelf is there even one upper lip warmer. Not one single area anywhere on this entire shelf, and that makes me sad. Can't even be no superhero if you can't even grow facial hair. The hell's wrong with you bunch of pansies? The only thing I am currently marveling at is the fact that ain't nobody here even have so much as some freaking lip stubble. Let's move on. Now, surprisingly enough, when you get over here to this anime shelf, there is a man who happens to be sporting a pretty sweet stash. I don't think he's in the running for being the best, behind me, of course, but he does have a mustache, and that is the first one that I've come across in 3 shelves. But that ain't all, because if you look just right over here, there's a geezer who also is sporting a badass mustache, and he's got himself some chin stash to go with it. Yeah. Okay, now I find myself down here at one of them sci-fi conventions with a bunch of little people, but they do in fact have a couple of mustaches. There's this guy here, I believe his name is Benjamin Button. He's got a pretty good one. There's this pretty boy named Riker, and he's got a mustache. And then he changes his shirt, which don't really change his mustache, but I mean, I guess, fashion matters. And then, even when he gets old, he keeps that mustache, telling you that you can have a mustache for your entire life, and you definitely should, because there is no other facial accessory that even comes close to matching the power of the mustache. Then, there's this other guy from another race who doesn't seem to be able to grow mustaches. I don't exactly know how that works, but he's an alien. I believe they call him a Klingon, and he can't seem to grow the mustache, but he can grow the rest of the goatee. And the way I see it, if you can't even bother to put the top on, you don't get credit, so we're moving on. There's this fat comb-over guy right here, and he is rocking a pretty good mustache, which helps take the focus off the top of his head, which, like I said, that's the power of the mustache. And let's not forget this guy right here. It said that he can fix anything, and with the power of that mustache behind him, I can see why. Here's another one of them Klingons, and once again, it doesn't seem like they're able to grow the full mustache. It must be something in their genetic code. At least this man is trying. As I was looking around, I found one of them Klingons that actually does grow a full mustache. And for that alone, he is easily the best mustache at this here space convention. Then there's this logical fella right here who he is sporting a mustache, a goatee, the full deal. And why would he do that? Well, it's simple. because he knows that the best way to be a badass is to have that mustache, and there ain't no arguing that fact at all. So here I am, over here at the DC shelf, and as you can plainly see, there are a lot of women here which you would expect not to have mustache, and that's perfectly acceptable. But then I see the Batmans and the other men's, like the Green Men's and the Supermen's, and they ain't even got mustache, which confused me. How could you even claim to be a Superman if you can't even grow a super mustache? Seemed like a joke to me. I don't quite get it. Hey, Skelly.
What the? Oh, no. Why are you here, you mustachioed fool?
I figured you would be the best one to ask if any of these bobberins got themselves a sweet-ass mustache.
Oh, well, I mean, you might try Mustache at Arms. He has one of those things. Now, if you would please leave me alone, that would be great, for I have literally suffered the maximum amount of irritation that I can handle from seeing your face in a single day.
Dang, don't know what his problem is, but he ain't kidding. Look at them. Them there is some absolutely fantastic examples of Eternian mustaches. Them is straight the mustache at arms. I'm very impressed. Speaking in which, I see another one in that far corner. Look like the same guy, just a little smaller, a little beefier, and I would say that he too is sporting an absolutely fantastic stash. Holy shit, look at that guy right over there. That there is a fantastic mustache. It's got the curl and everything. Now down here in the lair of evil, oh hey, Skelly.
Oh, you have got to be kidding me. I thought I told you to go away.
Yeah, but like, that guy behind you, he's got a mustache. I do in fact have a fantastic mustache. No. These just a bunch of green freaks. I don't see a single one of them sporting a mustache anywhere. Holy shit, it's King Lizard. But if you can believe it, he does actually have a mustache. It's kind of hard to see, but that is most assuredly what that thing is right there on his face. And that is a King Lizard mustache. It demands respect. Nope. Just a bunch of spandex. I don't know what that guy back there's so damn happy about. Ain't a mustache to be found on this whole fucking shelf. Lastly, over there is my good pal Winston Zeddemore, and he, in fact, has a fantastic mustache, and has for as long as I think I've known him. And that right there is 'cause he knows that you can't be messing around. Once you have the perfect facial accessory, you keep it. And that, my friends, is all the greatest mustaches of the entire here collection. Ain't none of them as good as what I got going on my face. But then again, we were not expecting to find anything that even compared to the greatness of my upper lip. So all I could say is that if I had to pick me a winner, somebody to call the second best mustache here in this entire collection, I would have to go with that there mustache of arms over there on that bobberin shelf, and probably the one with the bigger mustache, the one that's wearing the bigger armor, he's probably the one that's the best guy aside from myself. And that is all I have to say about the mustaches in this collection, but we both know that mine was always the best and will be the best and can't be beat. But anyways, that's enough out of me. I got shit to do, so I'll catch you later. Hell yeah!